Um, so one more thing I wanted to share today. I had an experience yesterday where I went to go visit a dear friend who he and his beautiful wife just had a beautiful baby. And when I went to go visit and meet their little girl for the first time, the mother-in-law was visiting. The mother-in-law is from another country and speaks no English and is devout Catholic. And when I walked in, they're like, "Oh, do you remember John? John was the pastor at our wedding." And at the time of the wedding, I dyed my hair black to, out of respect for their family. And I've only done that twice, I think, for weddings both times. But she was like, "What? I don't remember. What? He looks so different." And then she asked, she goes, I mean, this is all happening, being translated to me and stuff because my Spanish basically consists of the word burro, pantalones, and todo el mundo. Now, don't get me wrong, I could make quite a few sentences with those phrases, but they didn't apply in this moment. And so she asked, like, what church is he a pastor in? And so it started this conversation. And the reason why they asked me to be the minister of their wedding is because their spirituality aligns much more with what mine is than it does to a Catholic priest. But still, that's not a conversation that has been resolved in the family. Like, while I was there, they're going, "Are you going to baptize the baby?" And I'm sitting there going, "This is awkward." And so she was asking me some questions through the translation about what my beliefs were. And there's a few things that came out that I thought were, like, I hadn't really thought about it in those ways, but I thought I would share. And so she was asking me, she was like, "Do you believe in God?" And she wasn't angry. She was more just kind of like poking and prodding. I found out afterwards that she shared that she really liked me. So before you get a picture of like, "Oh my gosh, this is a terrible experience," I was smiling and there's a baby there. It was just so, I, and the daughter of this mom also thanked me afterwards for kind of progressing the dialogue in their family. So it was all good. But she's like, "Do you believe in God?" And I was like, "I believe that I have an understanding and a comprehension of the universe that is far more complex and deep than that of this cat. But I also believe that I do not have the capacity to understand in a similar way. I don't have the ability to comprehend the vastness, the magnitude of the awesomeness of God. So yes, I believe there is something. I just don't believe that human beings are equipped to understand it. And that we do create myths and stories to try to make sense of it to our little cat brains. But to think that you can understand God is either to minimize the scope and magnitude of God or way overestimate the ability of the human mind. So that's my new answer. If someone asks if I believe in God, I go, "Do you have a cat?" "Wait, cats are God?" "Well, yes, and no, and wait." The answer is I don't know. And that is the state of unknowing awe that I embrace as my spirituality and my religion.